So I'm going to talk about the prong collar. This is a Herm Springer 2.25 millimeter prong collar, which is typically the size that I use for my dogs and when I train. The prong collar is effective because it gives you the directional component. It helps you to keep your dog here on walks. It helps you to keep your dog from reacting, lunging, barking at other dogs or people or whatever the case. It also helps when you're training sits, downs, things like that. So this is the directional piece. It's the power steering, if you will. So I am going to show you tonight how it looks on a dog, where it should be on your dog, and how you're going to set it up so that it is safe when you walk your dog. Because prong collars, if they are not put together properly, they can fail. So you always want to make sure when you take your prong collar apart, you're going to take it apart in the middle. Don't take it apart at the end plates, all right? Take it apart at the middle. You're going to take one piece and press down while you push up on the other, all right? And then when you put it together, you're going to fit the prongs, put one prong in the eyelet, and then the other you sort of have to gently squeeze, and then it pops in, all right? So press down and pull up to get it apart. It's going to go on your dog at the highest part of their neck, right by the base of their skull. So I'm going to put this on my dog, and I'm going to show you it's a snug fit, and we want it to be snug. So there you go. You're going to fit those prongs in the eyelets, and then you know you have a secure fit there. What you want to do is you then want to rotate the collar and make sure that the chain part, you have the round circle, that's the dead ring, and then this is the live ring. You want to make sure that is at the base of the skull at the top here. That's where the leash goes. The leash goes on the swivel hook right there, okay? So that's how you fit it. The next step, never forget this step. This is a carabiner, okay? Especially if you've got a reactive dog. You want to take this safety carabiner and you're going to hook it to the O-ring of the collar, and then you're going to hook it again to the D-ring of your flat collar, okay, or whatever collar you've got on your dog. That way, if this prong collar ever comes apart, because they can, if you mishook them, they can fail. I just took it apart so you'll see you still have your dog. So that's really important. Never ever miss that step, the safety carabiner, all right? So those are the components of the prong collar. When you take your prong collar off your dog, always put it back together, okay, like that. This way, if you take your prong collar apart at the end, like I told you not to, okay, this is what'll happen. These little prongs get switched around, so you'll pull out your prong. If you did not put it together after you take it off your dog, this is what you're going to come up against one day. You're going to be like, hey, what's wrong? It's broken. It's not broken. These little prongs at the end plates they swivel around. So just always make sure that you take it apart and put it back together so that you don't have a jumbled mess of prong and you're trying to figure out what has gone wrong. So I hope these tips help you. Herm Springer prong collar.